IGNOBLE. Prince Charles under serious depression has not passed great shadow of William to get throne. Prince Charles has long been expected to take the throne after the Queen dies. But could Charles decide not to be king in the future and pass the throne straight to his son, Prince William? Prince Charles, 72, has been heir apparent to the throne for almost 7 decades, and as such he is expected to be king following the death of the Queen. But a constitutional expert explained to Express.co.uk that there are 2 ways that Charles could pass the throne on to his son Prince William, in the case that he decides not to be king. When the Queen dies, Charles's place as first in the line of succession determines that he will naturally inherit the crown. Then, when Prince Charles dies, the crown will pass to the next person in the line of succession. So in this case, Charles's eldest son, Prince William, will take the throne. But if Charles opts to give up his claim to the throne in favor of his son, there are 2 ways this could happen. Dr. Bob Morris, Senior Honorary Research Associate at the Constitution Unit, University College London, UCL, explained, Prince Charles could seek either to be removed from the line of succession before the death of the Queen or, once having succeeded automatically and immediately following her death, seek to abdicate. Both routes would require legislation in not only the UK but amongst the 15 other Commonwealth countries, formerly known as dominions but now referred to as realms, where the UK monarch is head of state. This is because since the Statute of Westminster 1931 laid down that any alteration in the law touching the succession to the throne or the royal style and titles shall hereafter require the assent as well of the parliaments of all the dominions as of the Parliament of the United Kingdom. Abdication would be a lengthy process, but it has happened in Britain before in the last 100 years. The Queen's uncle, King Edward VIII, abdicated the throne after less than a year in the role in 1936. Prince Charles is next in line for the British throne, but apparently some royal insider types aren't convinced he really wants to take on all the stress that comes with being the monarch, apparently. According to The Sun, Princess Diana's former voice coach, Stuart Pearce, thinks Charles might abdicate and pass the crown directly to his oldest son, Prince William, when the time comes. He, Charles, may not take the throne, he may hand it to his young son, Pearce said. He doesn't want to do it, such a difficult task. Pearce also said Will has been part of the conversation about the succession plan since he was 11 or 12 years old. If Charles did want to avoid the difficult task of being monarch and abdicate directly to William, however, he would have to get Parliament involved, according to experts at University College London's Constitution Unit. That would be a matter for Prince Charles, and for Parliament, the group explained in a post on the UCL website. Under common law, Prince Charles will automatically become king the moment the Queen dies. Prince William could only become king if Prince Charles chose to abdicate. That would require legislation, as happened with the Declaration of Abdication Act 1936. The line of succession is regulated by Parliament, as in the Act of Succession 1700, and the Succession to the Crown Act 2013. It can be changed only by Parliament and cannot be unilaterally altered by the monarch of the day. Edward opted to follow his heart and give up his duty to the crown, as his relationship with American socialite Wallis Simpson did not meet with approval from the Church. As head of the Church of England, many argued the king could not marry a divorcee, as divorce went against the Church's teachings at the time. Edward's decision to abdicate resulted in his younger brother, Prince Albert, taking the throne in his place. Albert reigned under the regnal name of King George VI until 1952, before he died at the age of 56. The throne passed to George's eldest daughter, who became Queen Elizabeth II. If Charles opted to abdicate, the process would likely be very similar to the process implemented in 1936. Dr. Morris added, should a future king wish to abdicate, the precedent of 1936 would be followed to ensure that all realms adhered to a single rule of accession. Similarly, if he wished to remove himself from the succession before the Queen's death, something on the lines of the 1936 procedure would no doubt be used. Although Edward VIII decided to abdicate, Charles has not given any indication that he plans to abdicate his place on the throne in the future.